Shalom, shalom, everybody. Zach, shalom. Good to see you. Have to forgive me, looks like a blood vessel busted in my eye. Danielle Taylor, shalom. Daniel Brown, how you doing, brother? James. All right, so first, my deepest apologies. I know that Anthony and I are starting to do the daily reading back and forth, and right now it's like every other day or every couple of days. Things have been hectic lately, and trying to get some other final things squared away with, like our landlords and things like that, and then trying to get ready for Pesach and everything. So Pesach, day after tomorrow, man, first time having Pesach in the land. So, man, my eye looks all messed up. Anyways, but yeah, it's just no words for it. Really, there are no words for it, to be honest. All right, so we are on day 57, Isaiah 57. All right, so here we go. The righteous perishes, and no man takes it to heart. The righteous perishes, and no man takes it to heart. Merciful men are taken away, while no one considers that the righteous is taken away from evil. He shall enter into peace. They shall rest in their beds, each one walking in his uprightness. But come here, you sons of the sorceress, you offspring of the adulterer and the harlot. Whom do you ridicule? Against whom do you make a wide mouth, stick out the tongue? Are you not children of transgression, offspring of falsehood, inflaming yourselves with gods under every green tree, slaying the children in the valleys, under the clefts of the rocks? Among the smooth stones of the stream is your portion. They are your lot. Even to them you have poured a drink offering. You have offered a grain offering. Should I receive comfort in these? On a lofty and high mountain you have set your bed. Even there you went up to offer sacrifice. Also behind the doors and their posts you have set up your remembrance, for you have uncovered yourself to those other than me, and have gone up to them. You have enlarged your bed and made a covenant with them. You have loved their bed, where you saw their nudity. You went to the king with ointment and increased your perfumes. You sent your messengers far off, even descended to Sheol. You are wearied in the length of your way. Yet you did not say, there is no hope. You have found the life of your hand, therefore you were not grieved. Of whom have you been afraid or feared, that you have lied and not remembered me, nor taken it to your heart? Is it not because I have held my peace from of old, that you do not fear me? I will declare your righteousness, your works, for they will not profit you. When you cry out, let your collection of idols deliver you. But the wind will carry them all away, a breath will take them. But he who puts his trust in me shall possess the land, and shall inherit my holy mountain. One shall say, heap it up, prepare the way. Take the stumbling block out of the way of my people. For thus says the high and lofty one, who inhabits eternity, whose name is holy. I dwell in the high and holy place, with him who has a contrite and humble spirit, to revive the spirit of the humble, and to revive the heart of the contrite ones. For I will not contend forever, nor will I always be angry. For the spirit would fail before me, the souls which I have made, for the iniquity of his covetousness. I was angry and struck him. I hid and was angry. He went on backsliding in the way of his heart. I have seen his ways and will heal him. I will also lead him, restore comforts to him, to his mourners. I create the fruit of the lips. Peace, peace to him who is far off, to him who is near, says Yehovah. I will heal him, but the wicked are like the troubled sea, when it cannot rest, whose waters cast up mire and dirt. There is no peace, says my Elohim, for the wicked. Okay, I don't know what my laptop was doing, but anyways, Ms. Bahai, as you're getting ready, some of you I know may have kept Pesach already, some of you are getting ready to have Pesach, but I encourage you, Ms. Bahai, you know, like I've said recently, I want to reiterate this and emphasize the necessity to really to be at the point in your walk where you're willing to cry out to Yah and say, do whatever you have to do to make me who I need to be to endure what's coming, to be what you've called me to be, and whatever that may be. And that's one of the things that I've come to realize. You know, I've always prayed over the years, Father, mold me and everything else. And there's times where I'm like, Father, if you got to break me, do it. But if you have some mercy in the process, do it, whatever. But I'm even past that point. You know, I've been, we need to have a spirit of anguish, Mishpachah, because of what's happening in the world around us. We need to be in anguish for the loss. Not just talking, not just throwing up a quick little prayer or, you know, hoping that we say something to somebody, but we need to be in anguish, Mishpachah. We need to be broken. We need to be crying out to Yah. We need to be weeping on our knees and on our face continuously for the wicked that is all around us. Like the men of the word who would be on their face for days or weeks, weeping and crying out to Yah, ripping their own beard from their face or their head, and tearing their clothes, crying out to Yah, please deliver your people from sin. And Mishpachah, it's got to start with us first. When Yah comes back, he's going to clean house, and he's going to start with his house first before he continues on to everybody else. He's going to start here at home. He's going to start with each one of us. And Mishpachah, if we are going to be effective, we have got to be broken. We have got to anguish for the loss. I'm surrounded. Yesterday I experienced the beginnings of persecution here in the land. And in my flesh, it was everything to not want to put somebody up against a wall because of their rudeness and everything of how they were acting, because they saw my hat that says Yehovah Yeshua in Hebrew. And a couple of them followed me and Anthony around, took our pictures, and this is what they're known to do. And it really, it's like, okay, it's begun. Here we go. We knew we were coming into this, and and I knew what to expect. We've been here before, but Mishpachah, we got to be ready. We really got to be ready. Wherever we're at, whatever country we're in. Because sooner or later, the whole world is going to turn on us. Know this. It's going to happen. The world's going to turn on you, Mishpachah. And the world's going to blame us for all of its problems. Those Yeshua believers, those Sabbath keepers, those Torah keepers, and believe in Messiah and all that, they're the reason. It's their fault. All this is going on. Sooner or later, that's what's going to happen. And a number without count of us is going to die during the tribulation, as Revelation 6 tells us. Mishpachah, it's time to get ready. It's time to stop playing around. It's time to stop bickering and fighting with each other over the stupidest garbage, over fighting over things over the world that the word that Paul said has no stance or has no purpose for us to be bickering over genealogies and everything else that I see on here all the time. Because while all that's going on, everybody out there is dying. Everybody's going to hell. And though it is amazing to be here, this is Yah's land. And though the people are awesome, but they're lost. Look outside your house, Mishpachah. Look at the people in your neighborhood, the people at your job, the people at the store. Look at the people you drive by and think about this. How many people, if I pass 1,000 people, if I walk by 1,000 people in one day, how many of them are going to go to hell? And how many will actually make it to heaven? Because I dare say you'd be lucky if 10% of that 1,000 are going to make it to heaven. We are on the verge of being Sodom and Gomorrah when it comes to, if there be even 50 righteous men, please don't destroy them. We're getting to that point across the board in this world, Mishpachah. And Yah's ready. It's building up. I can feel it. As we're praying and we're seeking and we're reading and we're crying out to Yah, it's time to put all this nonsense away. It's time to stop with all this childish garbage that everybody's getting caught up in. And it's time to just walk in obedience to the word and read the word and cry out to Yah and say, break me, do what you need to do. Give me a spirit of anguish. Give me a heart that weeps for the lost around me, just like the prophets and the disciples and everybody did in the Word. So Mishpachah, as you go about your day today, wherever you're at, whether your day has begun, maybe you're at midday, maybe you're where I'm at, and you're ready to go to bed pretty soon. Let Pesach remind you, or let you be remembered in the sense that all of this Yeshua died for. This is what he came and suffered greatly for. This is what he came and left his throne and made himself even lower than the angels so that he could redeem us. How far are you willing to go to be used by Yah to redeem others as you've been redeemed? Are they worth it, Mishpachah? Is their soul worth it? Do you think that your soul is more valuable than theirs? Or do you realize and understand that it's because of Yah's grace and mercy that you even are hearing or listening to me right now, because you understand that Yah had mercy on you and saved you? Don't they deserve the same opportunity, Mishpachah? Isn't their soul just as worthy, just as valuable as yours? And aren't you thankful that for however way and whatever way you were reached, don't we need to reach the others? So Mishpachah, reach them. Go out there and reach the lost and cry for their souls and plead on your face for Yah to speak through you and use you to be a witness to those around you so that they can experience the understanding and joy of what Pesach and Matzot and Bikurim and Shavuot and Yom Teruah and Yom Kippur and Sukkot, what it all means through Messiah Yeshua. Amen. So I love you, Mishpachah. May you be blessed. May your eyes be on him continuously. May you be surrendered to him always. But know that Yah loves you more than anything. He showed it and he proved it. Now we need to prove that we love him more than anything by going after the souls that are lost around us. Amen. I love you, Mishpachah. But most of all, Yah loves you. Shalom, shalom.